All right, everybody, we're back with another episode of Nick Wholesales Houses. Today, this is a long time coming. Jimmy Zaspel is going to be in the pod, and I'm very excited about this. If you're a PA guy, if you're flipping to your wholesaling, you know about Jimmy Z. He's a legend, and he's blessing us today. I'm super excited to get to know him. We've never met in person, so you're going to see it live. Let's get into it. But before we do, you know the drill. It's brought to you by Renovo Financial. So if you want a hard money loan, you want to start getting these houses, look no further. Everyone who's making big boy money, they're using Renovo. So should you. Let me link you with Jeremy. And if you're a landlord, you want to get some DSCRs or you want to do some cash out refis on some of these houses you're buying, guess what? Boom, one-stop shop. Renovo has the best program with these DSCRs. And their customer service is tip-top Magoo. You're going to love it. All right, let's get into the pod. Jim, thank you, my guy. I've been looking forward to this.
Dittos, man. Glad to be here.
Heck yeah. Bro, PA legend. Let's go.
I don't know about that, but sure, I'll take it.
Yeah. A little bit ago, I was asking Drew Farnese, who's a big hitter? Like, one of the biggest hitters you know that you can get on the pod for me?
Okay.
And he said, bro, you should have Jimmy Z on.
There you go,
and I was thinking about it. I was, I need to hit Jimmy because we tried last year. And, the schedules get crazy.
Yes, it did.
We talked about doing it. And I was like, I'm going to hit Jimmy up. And I swear, the same day, I was like, I'm going to hit up Jimmy. And you reached out to me. It was the weirdest
That's
thing.
hilarious. I swear that happens all the time. Like, I'm thinking about somebody, reach out to me or vice versa. It happens all the time.
Yeah, I literally said to my wife, you will never guess who just hit me on Facebook. Because I told her about it. I did, because we do a little morning walk every morning.
Okay.
And she said, stop. That's not
No
true.
way. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. So you guys do a morning walk every day?
Yeah.
That's awesome. With the kids? Or no? Okay. That's cool. My wife and I, she was saying she would implement like a after dinner walk at home. Like we have a big proper
nice.
And I think I need to do that. How long have you been doing that with your wife?
I got a call and ask her, but over a year.
Really?
Yeah.
And so you find it like really helpful, grounds your day, helps your relationship and everything.
It helps everything. We talk about everything that we have going on for that day, anything that happened like the day before, and it really helps us stay very locked in with what we have going on as a family and what we both have going on, like business-wise and stuff. So
I like
it's super helpful. It's like the first meeting of every single day, and it's really nice.
You've inspired me. I'm going to commit to doing it 5 days a week for at least 2 months, and then I might reevaluate.
Yeah. There we go.
If it doesn't work out, that'd be a bad sign, right?
Yeah. It'll work out. I don't think it matters what time you do it. If you do it at night or the morning,
awesome.
It's been great for us.
Look at that. I already got a takeaway. I can go home now. I'm done.
Yeah. I'm like, Jimmy. Good to see you.
Yes. Yeah. It's been fun. Cool, man.
Bro.
So we don't. I said beforehand, we don't really know each other that well. Of each other. Do you want to tell me about yourself? Like, you've been in real estate for a minute.
Not as long as you, bro. I'm not a freshman, but it's still not.
17 years. Yeah.
17 years. Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. When did you get in?
End of 2020 is when I got it.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
So I got laid off in the beginning of 2020. I spent most of the year, I was a sales guy. I spent most of the year trying to get a sales job. No one was hiring, really. Mm-hmm. And a buddy of mine from the gym told me about wholesaling, and the rest was it. I taught myself how to do it with Jerry Norton's YouTube channel.
No kidding.
I JV'd all my deals with the same buddy, Elio Mamina. Shout out. Him and I JV'd for that whole next year.
No.
And because he knew a good amount of, he didn't really know sales, but he knew real estate.
Right.
I knew sales.
Sure.
But didn't know real estate. We made a bunch of money together that one year.
That is awesome. That's awesome. So I've heard you say before, like, you stay in your lane, you just do wholesaling, right?
I try to. It's tough nowadays to only wholesale, but I do try just to wholesale.
Do you hold anything? Like
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not. No, I'm not interested in that personally.
Okay.
Maybe one day in the future, but I do not have the bandwidth to do that.
Yeah.
I don't have the bandwidth, and I hate managing the amount of people I would have to manage, I think, to be able to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you've ever heard of Phil Falcone. He used to be a little bit bigger in the area, and still a great guy. He told me, so my wife and I, we started flipping houses. We did like 9 fiction flips the year before we got married. We got married and then did 36 fix and flips that first year we were married. Working 50% fewer hours, by the way. Because like sometimes you create boundaries and like the universe respects that, right?
Yeah.
And
thank you for saying that.
so like we do like 36 fix and flips, and Phil Falcone said, Jim, he said, it's great you guys are making all this money and clearing like $1 million, whatever. He said, but you got to buy some assets. And of course, I was 29 years old at the time, so I didn't tell him he was stupid. I just thought he was. And like in hindsight, there's one thing I could do differently that had been like an 8-figure difference in my net worth is to keep one of every 4 houses I flipped for just like a 3-year period, because they've all doubled and tripled in value. And if I'd have just kept 1 out of 3 or 4, it would have been fine. I was doing the construction already, great areas, but hindsight's 20/20, so all I can do now is buy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now all you're doing is stacking units?
No. I did 88 deals last year. I had like 42 of those were fix and flips. I say fix and flips. So we took title. We might have done like a wholesale, whatever, but we did like some major renovations. One of them was like over $500,000 we did in Wayne, over $500,000 renovations.
Oh man, oh my goodness, anything over there that's good money.
Yeah,
it's big money over there.
I bought it from Mark Moore. He made $125 on the wholesale.
Did he?
Yeah.
Mark Moore, Mark the Shark.
Yeah, but he holds the record. I've paid out 6 figures a couple of times, but he did it. He got $125, and he brought me the deal. It's a good deal. And
he loves you. He's been telling me.
Is that right?
Yeah, he loves you.
Oh, that's why he should. Like he and Harrison Hall. Like I paid them more than probably anybody.
Yeah, Harrison loves you too. Yeah,
he better.
He's better. Look at this. Yes.
I bought his first like 3 or 4 deals. Yeah,
That's
he was
awesome.
having a mastermind last week, and he's like, Jimmy Z bought like my first 5 flips. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So anyway, last year, 40-something fix and flips, and we did like 16 wholesales, not that many, right?
Okay.
And I think I sold about 20, 25 of my Philly rentals.
Okay.
Just because like, the 80-20 rule, looking at what's paying off and what's not, what's taking out of the bandwidth, taking away all my bandwidth, but not really producing for me. Then we bought, I think, 6 or 7 rentals as well. So
okay.
Somewhere in there, those numbers, 88 deals.
Okay.
Yeah.
88 deals. God bless you.
Yeah.
And the rentals you bought, you with the SER, you do cash out refi, what do you do?
Yeah, so we have, I'm down to like 75 units right now, about 65, 68 buildings, so with that. Mostly, so let's see, 75, like 42 or 45 are in the city still. So I was at 98 rentals in the city, and like I almost went belly up, man. Like it was rough. Like in 2022, I bought 50 rentals in the first half of the year. And like if you're in the rental business, like interest rates did what they did the second half of that year.
It killed me. 2022 is the hardest year financially I've ever had.
You and me both.
Yeah, my G. But people like don't talk about that. I don't know why. That was a huge deal for anyone that was in the city in Philly felt that hard.
Yeah, so I bought 50 rentals in the first 6 months. It took me from 88 to 138 units. And then in like an 8-week time span, I tripled my team from wholesale and flipping from 8 employees to 25. Like, so stupid. I totally underestimated. I don't know, a lot of reserves, but I totally underestimated how much cash that would take.
Yeah, but also it was so hot the year before.
Yeah, like how can you lose?
Yeah, like I'm just climbing the climb. You had probably so much motion. Why would you slow it down? I did the same thing. I hired a bunch of people. Yes,
no kidding.
Very similar. Please,
no kidding.
I didn't even cut
No, you're good. So I wake up later that year. We were in at Sebago Lake in Maine. We like lake vacations, right? And we're there for 3 weeks. And I'm like, doing a phone call. I was like, damn, I'm running out of money. This is not going so great. So I came home from vacation at the end of the 3 weeks and let go of 17 people in one day. It's the hardest day of my career.
Stop,
you think you're all ready for it, and then all of a sudden, you're having a conversation. I start crying.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, of course.
Yeah. There's one guy. I'm not gonna say his name, but I was based on a couple of different things. A little worried. I've been sued by employees before a couple of times, and I was a little concerned on how he might feel about it. And I'm halfway done my speech with him, 1-to-1. Everybody's 1-to-1, and he just stops. He says, "Jim, stop." I was like, "Oh shit, here it comes." He says, "How can I help you get through this?" And I'm like, tears start flowing, right? And but we were able to. I did it soon enough where I was able to take care of everybody on the way out the door. Separation agreements, severances, all that kind of stuff. And it was phased out a little bit, so some people stayed on for a few weeks afterwards, or some cases a few months. It worked out, and it's the best thing ever. My life is so much more simple now. I don't have $350,000 a month overhead.
Oh my, you feel so free as a bird. Right?
Like 55 grand a month. Psh, what's that?
Take it. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been good.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah. So you wholesale in the city, do suburbs at all too, or what do you do?
Anywhere within an hour and a half from my house.
Okay. All right. We did a deal on Beach Street in Pottstown. You remember
Yeah,
this?
we did a deal together.
Yeah, I was going to buy it, and then I think I called my buddy Randy, who bought it, overpaid, for a few houses from me. He's very seasoned, he knows more doors than I do, and but I knew he was pretty optimistic about Pottstown, and so I hit him up, and he was willing to pay more for it. And so I called you. Listen, I can close on it, but I got my buddy Randy. I think I got like 10 grand. It took me a couple months for me to get paid from Randy.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But he paid me.
Bad boy.
Yeah, very bad boy. But we kissed and made up. It's all good.
Oh,
it's all good.
Perfect.
The world's too small. Life is too short. The world is too small to hold grudges.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No beefs. No open beefs out there.
Not a one. Not a one.
No need.
No need whatsoever.
No need.
Yeah.
You and Jack Carpenter, you guys are good. I saw you.
We're good.
He was at your mastermind.
He was at my mastermind as well. Yeah. It's fun. I feel like I've done some crappy stuff like back in the day, and I just learned to not put myself in situations where I feel a little desperate, because that's when I'm tempted to do crappy stuff, right? And Jack, he said 347 transactions last year.
Shark.
He's nuts.
Yeah, he's really buying. I can vouch. Do you know how many
Absolutely.
he buys? You said it on Facebook, I think, one time, and I repeated
A
it.
little situation.
Well,
Yeah.
I repeated it really good. No one pays like Jack.
That's
My
true. It's
boy.
very true.
No,
It's very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes through. I know he works with Renovo. and-
Yeah, he works with Edgar. He works with everyone.
he works with everybody. Yeah. How can you
But he
not?
works with Renova. That's his favorite.
Yeah, but no, he's got more hustle in his thumbnail than I've got my whole body. I got a lot of
genius,
respect
bro.
for him. What's that?
He's a genius.
He
bro.
is.
He really is.
He absolutely is. Yeah.
Yeah, he's willing to deal.
He never answers his phone call, but he will respond to your text at some point within 30 days, and then he's going to close and pay a bunch more money than anybody else.
Yeah. Well, actually, this is what you got to do. This is what we're saying. Hit him with a double call.
Is that right?
No, I double call anybody.
No kidding.
I'll five call you. I don't care. You pick up my phone call.
No kidding.
What are you talking about?
All right.
Jack answers my
I'm
phone
going to start
call.
double tapping Jack.
Yeah, bro. If you double tap him, he'll answer.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
He answers really quick, too. So, Jack, shout out, you're my boy.
That's hilarious. Yeah, but how about you, man? What's new and exciting in your world?
Yeah, I'm in my no era, Jim. I spent so much all last year spending all this money and not on dumb stuff, on different marketing, all this BS. And I had something now. All cheap marketing. It works very well for me, and I'm in my no era. No, nothing new. I'm doing absolutely nothing new. I'm just doing that. I found something that works really well.
Yes.
I'm not trying to put a bunch of money into R&D and test out a bunch of stuff. I'm just rocking with what I got right now, and it's working really well. And I have a very simple life. I feel like I'm living free, kind of like you.
I like that. It sounds like you got younger kids, right?
I do. Spending a lot of time with my kids. It's amazing.
Kids are only young once.
Yeah, that's true.
My stepson is 17. He's a senior in high school, and he was 7 when we got married, 6 or 7. And then my little guy's almost 10. He'll be 10 next month. The little girl's will be 7 next month. And I remember I had a conversation with my mom. This is probably 7 or 8 years ago. And I was at this kind of an inflection point in my business. We're in the car, and I said, "Hey," I said, I'm considering." And I forget what it was, but I described something about increasing the scale of the business, but it's gonna be a temporary sacrifice, but so that we can have this whatever life. And my mom asked me a question, and I don't want to get too deep into it, but she's I lost my sister 11 years ago, right? So I'm sorry, 13 years ago. And so when she asked me this question, it had a double meaning to it. And she said, "Jim," she said, "when you're my age," my question I asked my mom was, I'm not sure if it's worth the sacrifice of a few years, 3 to 5 years of hustling to really build up a bigger business. Because kids, all this kind of stuff. And she said, "Jim," she said, "when you're my age, what will you wish you had done?" And I thought that's my mom doesn't talk a lot, but that's an important question. And especially with the background of my sister, it's it made me think twice. So I thought twice, and then went ahead and tried to conquer the world anyway. But but no, the truth is, I've always had very hard deadlines. Aside from 1 or 2 evenings a month at most, which anymore I don't even do that. I don't work in the evenings. I don't work weekends. I cut out all travel from my life for business. I used to go to C&G 4 times a year. I can't fathom doing that now. I would never want to leave my family. The last year or two, it's great guys, great organization, great group of people. Learned so much from them, but it's just I don't want to get on an airplane for it. I have no problem with people who do, but I don't want to.
Bro, I respect that. Oh my goodness, I so respect that. I stay inside, so I understand.
You do. You wear a bathrobe, right?
Well, yeah, really. I stay inside with my family. I'm obsessed with it.
That's awesome.
You're not getting me away from my family.
You guys travel much as a family?
We have not been able to, but now we are in a situation where we can.
Yeah.
And we're probably going to start. Well, we're doing a trip, I think, in like 1-2 months. We got to buy all the BS, but
Yeah. Okay. It's when kids are below a certain age, it's just a pain in the butt.
that's why we haven't been able to. Like my daughter's been so young, it's just that we're not in a position. It won't be anything. It'll be only stress. Now she is walking around. She does her own little thing, so it'll be. We're positioned where.
Yes.
There will be at least half of it will be enjoyable.
Yes. Yeah. There will be parents who are like, why are we doing this? Like the airplane ride might suck. Like my wife and I were flying back from St. Thomas like a week or two ago.
Oh, God.
Just the two of us. So 11-year anniversary trip, right?
Nice.
And the entire flight back, 4 hours. And before kids, that stuff used to piss me off. Now it's like,
I feel
poor
bad
little
for that.
kid, the poor little kid. And I just want to go give the kid, the parents a hug. I didn't because that'd be creepy. But you kind of want to. Their perspective changes when you have kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, man. And you'd be a completely different person.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. When it comes to this podcast, what would you say has been like the biggest benefit to you of having this amazingly successful podcast? 'Cause it's pretty sweet. Everybody knows your podcast.
Yeah, I know. It's fire, right?
Yes,
How
yes,
cool is that?
yes.
Alec and I have been doing this for a while, and I'll tell you, it's really changed my life.
In what way?
A couple ways. So first, it really expanded my mind as far as, I guess, the expectations really for myself. So that really opening my mind in general was helpful. And then you have to think about it. I have the biggest players in the area. They all come on my pod.
Yes.
So it's pretty crazy.
Yes.
And people say, Nicky, spend $1 million for this mastermind.
Yes.
And when I started this, I didn't have the money to do that. So I just thought I'd start a pod and I'll have all the biggest people that I want to steal their information. I'll do a pod and I'll give them a bunch of content for it. It'll be an even trade. They'll probably get a bunch of leads and I get to steal a bunch of information. So without going and flying around to 1 million different masterminds and different groups,
that makes sense.
I have been able to extrapolate all that same information. So first off, it's helped me open my mind as far as the possibilities, but also it's given me so many good strategies in order to get what I want.
Super smart,
And
man.
the people that now are in my Rolodex of people that I'm talking to on a weekly basis are all my favorite people from the pod.
That's
So it's
awesome.
pretty much I just it's changed I get a little emotional talking about it, but it's just and the people, if you're only talking to the tip top people, and you understand this because your circle, I'm sure is the same thing. It's only the top players. The conversations and everyone's expectations for themselves are at such a heightened level that it's, bro, I was not making that much money. I was probably making 15 a month, maybe a month, and now I don't know what to do with all the fucking money. It's
Send it to me. I'll put
Yeah.
reviews. I got a fund. Yeah.
And it's just it really elevated everything in my life.
No, that's awesome.
As far as my average size per deal, as far as the amount of deals that I can get, as far as how I think about money, as far as how I think about access, and as far as how I think about my time, it's completely changed everything.
I love
and
that.
that's
Super
because
smart.
of all the people that I get to be with every single week, and all the people that I still stay in contact with and maintain.
That's awesome. That's super high leverage.
And also, I get a shit ton of leads and deals.
Is that right?
Everyone and their mom asks to give me money every day.
Is that right? No kid. That's awesome, man.
So that's been really nice.
That's sweet. So
I do it probably deal a week from all the social media stuff.
no kidding. No
Yeah.
kidding. Well, if you're watching this video and you got a deal Montgomery County to sell me, and he doesn't want it, send it to me.
Bro, send it to me, and I'll still send it to Jim.
There you go.
It doesn't matter. Or you send it right to Jim, and you cut me out. I don't care. Boom. I just want everyone making money. It's all right.
There we go.
You say, throw me a stack after something. Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Funny story about stacks. When I first got started, third deal I ever did, a 1700 block at West Turner Street. I had closing this buyer. Turns out, in hindsight, he was a drug dealer, right? He was
nice.
laundering money. I didn't. I was so
Yeah, but you
whippy
would
and had
know.
the years naive. I knew what was going on, and it's deed prep and couldn't use title company, all this kind of stuff. And he was $2,000 short. And so he starts calling his buddy, "Yo, man, give me a couple of stacks. I'm like, I'm like this white kid raised in the middle of nowhere, right? He's like, "What's a stack?" He's like, "It's a G." He's like, what's a bleeping G? He's like, it's $1,000. Like, oh, all right.
All right, cool, yeah. Have your friend bring it.
Yeah. Have your friend bring it. Yeah, they spent a while trying to tell me, Tyrone, the drug dealer, was good for extra couple of stacks in 2 weeks, but I didn't believe him.
Yeah, that's right.
The buddy brought it, and we closed, and yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question. What would you say are some of the biggest areas where you see, basically your feedback, people on your podcast, struggling, or areas where maybe they need some value added? Like, what are some like top areas of concern for folks right now?
Top areas of concern? I'll tell you what. This is something that so many people have come on the pod and told me this. And like high-level guys, so we all know. And a big issue is people across the board, the heavier they rehab these houses, the less that they make. I think that is the biggest issue, and trying to find a balance. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, people trying to grow too much where they're kind of doing deals for free.
Yes.
Almost. Those are two common things that I see among if we're talking about the highest performers.
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
Those are the two biggest struggles.
I mean, I've never had that. No, I'm kidding.
And then marketing, just lead stuff.
Yeah. So, one at a time. So, heavier rehabs. It's funny. There comes a point sometimes. I remember this like 2017, 2019. In order to be competitive to buy deals off the MLS, we had to start doing the heavier lift jobs, right? Popping the tops. Like I'm talking about suburb stuff, right? Adding a second or third story, additions, whatever, in order just to get deals that penciled out. And it worked great for a while. And then the construction costs have it's gone through the freaking roof, more than doubled. But housing values have not doubled, right? They've gone up, they've not doubled. And so it's been a challenge. So what used to work, the key used to be, hey, be willing to do heavier rehab jobs. And I'm blessed with super amazing contractors, and that worked great for a while. But now, actually, I had a conversation with Max Lomas, amazing. He runs a lean machine. I have a lot of respect for him. First wasn't sure what to think. His eyebrows are just a little too well manicured, but he's actually a beast, right?
Bro, have you seen him in person?
No.
Oh my God, Jim, you would never know.
Is he like super tall?
Yo, he is so tall.
Is that right?
The first day I met him in person, because I talked to him on the phone a million times. I've seen his face on Facebook. I thought he was probably my height. I thought he may even be short. And then all of a sudden I'm looking at her, I'm like, oh my gosh, Max.
Yeah. So we're talking, and he reached out to me about a deal. And he reached out to me and said, oh, no, I'd be at about this number. I said, yeah, me too. That's what I paid for it. Like, I already closed on this thing. And he's like, yeah, just list it. You'll get it. And we went talking on the phone today. So Jimmy says, if you just do this, like list everything or put it to your list, whatever it is, he said, you'll make so much more money and eliminate so much stress from your life. Since that conversation, with the exception of a couple of small, like light rentals, I haven't done major construction on a house yet, and I keep selling everything. And not just making the same, like, I don't mean net profit, like as a business, but like on the freaking deal, making the same or more net profit. It's incredible. And I used to think that the only reason somebody pay significantly more than I would for a deal is because they're stupid. And like, that was it. But I realized there are 4 reasons that people buy properties, right? So one, it's like I do for instant equity, right? But 2, sometimes they just want to park their cash and not participate in inflation. 3, sometimes they want to have a rental property, control their neighbor. Maybe they already have 2 rentals on that street, and the economies of scale kick in. It's easier for them to manage. So I realized that there are different motives. And also, I guess the fourth one I meant to say was, people have different costs of capital, different expectations of return, and different costs of construction, right? So think about it. If you're using your own money and you're selling stuff out yourself, and you're doing a little bit of stuff on nights and weekends yourself, you're going to get that. You're going to eliminate $50,000 of expenses compared to how I structure it, right? And I don't want that business model, but that's their expectation. It still is a win-win. So I used to kind of feel like a moral conflict when I would oversell a place. Then I realized, hey, everybody's got their own motives, all right? I'm not trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes.
No, and they chose to buy it at that price.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah. Oh, listing it is the way, man. George B's been yelling at me for years. Nicky, list it.
Is that right?
Oh, I list it now.
Yes. Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah. I haven't talked to George in a minute. How's he doing? Is he good?
Yeah, he's doing good. Yeah. That's my man.
He's I've known him for years and years, and his level of sophistication is like top notch.
Oh my goodness! The word what? Cerebral, is that the word?
Yes.
Like the way he thinks is on another level.
He's a smart dude, very smart dude. So you said the 3 things, John. One is the heavy lift. I agree. Sometimes heavy lift is like not the solution.
Yes.
Right. It's not the way to go forward. What was the next thing you said?
So many people are worried about doing X amount of deals and beating out their competition, that they're doing deals for free almost, or at an amount that's it's kind of not really worth it, and trying to figure out where that balance is, where that line is. That's something that seems to be a big problem amongst the people, the top competitors in the market.
Yeah, I think it comes down to this one. So a couple of things. So one, if you're not consistently setting aside money, profits, like retained earnings, whatever you call it, if you're not consistently, if whatever bucket you call that thing where you put money in, if that's not consistently increasing, you shouldn't be growing. Like, because more, like that, like you don't make it up. Like, no, like you got to consistently be growing. And so, what I've done well at some stages, then done poorly at other stages, is, as I reach a stage where it's like working well, all systems are working well, the right ratio of lead managers to acquisitions reps, that kind of stuff, let's like let it marinate for 3 to 6 months. Like, keep stocking away cash, learn what lessons are to learn from that stage to teach me, and then move on to the next. But like, what do we instantly do? Hey, it's working. Let's fix it.
Yeah,
right.
Or it's working. Let me add on and put more fuel to the fire and completely change my situation.
Yes. Yeah. And,
so I know that very well.
Yeah, and I think also having disciplined buy box of what you're willing to buy, and then for every deal that you take down, like you got to track like what were your pro forma numbers, right? To use the fancy word, but like what you think was going to happen. Then after it closes, like what actually happened. And like if you're having like those monthly meetings with your team, like you can learn a lot very quickly. Just pull your head out of your butt at the end of the year. It's like, oh crap, a bunch of deals didn't go right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So that's a couple of things that we've done to help with that. Yeah. For marketing, most of our spend consistently per month in direct to seller marketing was $125,000 a month. And like when you're throwing that much money against the wall, you gotta monitor it pretty well.
The money management, God bless you for that. They don't talk about it. People don't talk about the money management side of things that much, but it's
easier to talk about top level revenue, top line revenue, right? It's
yes.
easier.
Oh yeah.
But it doesn't mean deadly, right?
The money management is so difficult. It's taken me a long time to learn.
Yes, yeah. So
that's a lot coming out too.
It's a lot.
Oh my goodness.
That was $125 for marketing, another similar amount for payroll, and then like another $70 or $80 for BS. So yeah, it's $350 a month. And some months you make $500,000, $600,000. Some months you make $200,000, and those other months aren't so fun, right? And so that was in 2022. Didn't it? Worked until it didn't. But what I learned for the marketing is just like every metric's gotta be tracked. And I don't know how deep you get in metrics, but the lead management is where I probably have seen historically the biggest room for improvement from everybody. Yeah, like the lead management, we were pretty baller at that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's like new lead response time, the average length of the first phone call, quality assurance, like a full-time person just listen to the calls, put it on a scoring sheet, go to a manager, we had a process for if people don't follow the process. Like it was, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
No, your face is lighting up. You can tell they had it down too.
Yeah. It was good. I had like 5 lead managers, 5 acquisitions rep, and 1 manager overseeing all of them. And I was John. He did a great job. And it was fun. Yeah. I think the 2022, I boiled it all down to one lesson, right? Because if you let go of 17 people in one day, like you failed at something. I said you and me. I failed at something, and so I did a lot of self-reflection after that. And a book I read was called "The Hard Thing About Hard Things," and it was I forget the author's name. It was a really good book, and I learned the one thing, boil it all down to, is do the hard thing, just do it sooner. Whether it's a hard conversation, whether it's firing somebody, whether it's raising the capital, having it, whatever it is. Yeah. Whatever the hard thing is, do it sooner.
I like that.
Yeah. And like I think that's like the one lesson.
I like that.
Yeah. Accountability. Like accountability isn't easy all the time, right? No. Some people I think you are somewhat similar personalities, like the integrator type personality. They're more they thrive on accountability. They have no problem being the bad cop, whatever. Like the more extroverted people, we want to be the good cop to everybody, right? And you hold people's feet to the fire. It doesn't always feel good. And but it's super important.
It's super important.
Yeah, super important.
It's difficult for me.
It's essential.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's easier to just like smile and say, "Hey, good job," but then eat the crap sandwich at the end of the month. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot better at it, but it's I don't like to do it.
No, but it's essential. It's part of growing up as a business owner.
What I've learned is if I set the expectation right in the beginning, and I talk like a psycho right in the beginning, just like a complete freak. And what I mean by that is just set the expectation. I'm going to fire you at a moment's notice in 2 seconds. and you set a crazy expectation so that if they don't do the right thing, like I fired somebody maybe 6 months ago. Then when I fired them, they knew I was fired. Yeah, you've been real straight with me.
Right.
I knew I really had to have fired me.
Right.
And we're still friends.
That's what you just said. Like, if it was like got employees, we're learning how to figure out this dynamic. What you said is so important. When you fire somebody, it can't be a surprise.
It can't
if
be
it's a surprise, then the leader's failing.
Yes, and you did something so wrong.
Yes.
So, and like I just like you, when you fired the 17 people, like they didn't know.
I did a reduction in force, but yes.
But they didn't know that was coming, I'm sure, and it went for a lot of
Some of them saw the writing on the wall.
Okay.
Yeah. One girl I just hired like 3 weeks prior. Her uncle worked for me. He was my COO. She got so mad. She stormed out of the conference room. It was just her and me. And, like I was trying to tell her, she was in acquisitions. I was trying to have the conversation. Like, hey, listen, these deals you have under contract, I'm going to take them to the finish line. You're still getting 100% of your commission that you were going to otherwise get. Like, my contract with her didn't obligate that to me. It's part of my taking care of people, right?
Yeah, of course.
Plus a severance. And so she like storms out, sends us a nasty email, and you're not even going to pay me. I worked so hard. I'm like, if you just freaking listen, you're getting paid. So
yeah, you're getting paid. I thought she was probably happy.
No, she's not a very happy person. Well, bless her heart. I'm sure she's doing great. Yes.
Yeah, how big is your team now?
4 people is it, man. That's it.
What roles do they have?
So DC, construction, admin, and then Paul, he does a lot of stuff. He does photography for my listings. He does inspections for UNOs. He does all of my wife's real estate agent work. So my wife lists, my flips over a certain price point, right? He does all of the work on her listings, except for like the phone calls to negotiate.
Yeah.
Everything else he does. And then, my aunt works half-time for me. Accounts payable, insurance, utilities, on and off, that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, we got like 75 or 80 units that we, construction on, some flips going on. And so, I could do it with a lot less, but like I have nothing to worry about. I decide to buy a house, and then I decide the funding source, and like it just closes.
And you do all the acquisitions?
I do, yeah. And look, honestly, here's the crazy thing. For the first time in over a decade, I'm spending almost $0 on marketing.
Oh, that's amazing.
Which is crazy.
God bless you.
Like every year I look up and I bring in between $600,000 and $900,000 in gross revenue, gross profit rather, by like deals that just come to me. Like their wholesaler, realtor relationships, personal relationships, whatever. And I thought, well, what if I actually got a little bit more intentional about that, right? What if I actually worked a little harder, doing a podcast or doing a mastermind, and like just stay top of mind for folks, add value wherever I can. It typically comes back like, tenfold.
For sure.
And I enjoy it more. It's a simple life. My overhead, like I said earlier, is pretty low. It's a deal or two a month.
Really easy to be profitable. How nice is that?
Yeah. It's like, I don't know, $50,000 a month. It's like, that sounds like a lot of money, but it's whatever. It's like one good fix and flip. It's 2 wholesales, whatever. And so that's my team now. I bring in deals. Yeah, like I was negotiating a couple of deals before I came upstairs here. Yeah, that's good.
That's the next to the life.
That's fun. Yeah. So my goal this year is simplify. I don't care if I do 35 deals. I don't care if I do 75 deals. I don't care. Somewhere in there is where I'll land this year. Continue to optimize the rental portfolio. Right. Turn some different units. And I really want to lean into this mastermind event. I thoroughly freaking enjoyed it.
I wish I went to it. I wasn't watching your shit on Facebook or something.
You'll get the invite next
I
time.
somehow missed it, or I didn't get invited. But invite me now. If it's invite only, invite me next time.
I will. It is invite only. We I don't know how. Like somebody 2 people at the very end sneaked in. Like I sent them the link. They didn't register. And then the day before they just registered, like, oh shoot, so we're gonna chairs. But yeah, it oversold. It was good.
That's very cool.
Yeah. It's I'm pretty excited about it. Everybody was pleasantly surprised at the level of talent in the room.
Yeah, you got some heavy hitters in there.
Yeah, it was good.
Your boy Harrison Hall, he's knocking around the park. Yeah, he did my pod. Jimmy, he comes, he just takes his pen out.
I saw that. Yes.
Tom, that's why I'm super real. I was like, oh my goodness, great to meet you. Yeah, you're super real, my boy.
Yeah, he's good.
Like that.
He's good. He's good. Yeah.
He's good people. He's a character. I like him a lot.
He is. He's got he just gives zero, whatever's about anything. He's just authentic as they come.
Oh my goodness, 100%. He's himself. That's really nice.
Yes, yeah, he's good. I think it was the first or third deal he sold. I forget which it was. Verbal commitment, like, hey, all right, you got a deal. That's like, hey, I got a higher offer, and I was like, Harrison,
you verbally accepted the idea that's worth it.
I want you I know you're only 2 years old right now in the real estate business, but I want you to learn something. It's a very small world. You're at a critical inflection point in your business right now. I think I offered about $10,000 to sign a good faith.
You did?
I did.
Oh my goodness!
I did.
Nice.
Yeah, it worked out.
That worked out.
I had the same
He didn't
conversation. No, he didn't. And he talked about it. The only reason I talked about that is he talked about it recently.
Yeah.
But he's like, he does more wholesaling than I ever did. Like he's amazing. He's super smart. He's a hard worker. He's disciplined. A lot of respect for him.
Yeah, you got a little team now. And, rebuilt the little team now.
Yes,
you got a good little thing.
Yeah, good. Got through a little divorce. Yeah, but they're still in good terms, which is I respect as well.
But I feel like Harrison would be an easy guy if he had good terms around that. I agree.
Pretty
easy to get along with.
Yeah. So, what's the future look for? Like 5 years from now?
5 years from now?
Yeah.
Other than happy, I'm not sure what it looks like. Other than happy, I know I'll be happy. I focus on being happy every day, but I'm not sure yet. Right. I really don't know.
How many kids you got?
I got 2 kids. I'll have another kid by that time.
All right.
I'll have another kid by that time. But I'm more worried. I don't look that far out.
Okay.
I think that far out will all take care of itself.
It does.
As long as I am being disciplined and acting correctly now, I know that the future will always look really, really good.
Yeah.
So I have more short-term goals right now.
I like that.
Other than be happy.
I like that. Be happy.
And I work towards it every day. Every day I only do the things that I like. I really do everything I can to make 0 sacrifices.
That's good.
And, yeah.
What's your work schedule like on a weekly basis, daily basis, whatever? Like, do you cranking out 8, 10-hour days or? No, with my family, man. I really am. So, today is like a normal day for me, other than I got 2 pods. I only do 1 pod a week usually. Okay. But it worked out this way. Mm-hmm.
Man, so wake up 6 o'clock. I'm with my daughter from 6 till 12, man. I do jiu-jitsu throughout that.
Okay.
I do jiu-jitsu at 10 o'clock. But I'm with my daughter. I do my family walk. I have my first meeting of the day. I probably get 1 or 2 things situated with social media. I answer leads throughout that time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very available on my phone that you can call me. Right. People can call me throughout that time, and I'm very disciplined with my phone. I'm going to answer it.
Okay.
I'm good with my phone. I'm going to answer you. And so I don't do anything active where I am chasing anything during that period of time in the morning. Now, the only communication.
You respond, okay.
I will respond in the morning.
Gotcha.
And that's about it in the morning. And then the afternoon, then I do all my acquisitions where I am the person reaching out. Okay. My hot leads I'll hit in the morning between 9 and 9:30, that little window. Often there's 5 people or so that are my almost signed.
Sure.
List. I think we all have them
within
our pipeline.
DITW, right? Deals in the works.
Deals in the works.
Yes.
So all those people, and they have their own call. I make sure that from 9 to 9:30 that those people get addressed really quick.
Yes.
Just in case, when I call them later on in the day, they don't answer or whatever. And it's just I'm big into making sure that the lowest hanging fruit is taken care of.
Sure.
So I just do the lower hanging fruit right there just to make sure that we're good. And other than that, my mornings.
Pretty chill.
You come to me, Pops, I'm with my family. I'm with my kids. And then in the afternoon, I work.
Okay.
And then if my appointments, my driver picks me up. I work in the back seat. I do the appointment. I come back. Fucking brings me back.
How's that work? I thought about doing that with the driver. Is it full-time or probably not full-time? Or what is it? How's it work?
I used to do a driver share with a buddy of mine. And it was perfect because we just had them full-time.
Yeah.
Now I have 2 different people that are part-time. Depending on their schedules.
All right, so they're just kind of available to you.
Yeah, they're available.
You pay them by the trip, or you pay them a fixed amount per week?
By the hour.
Okay,
by the hour.
Gotcha.
I pay a good amount per hour. And
right.
They'll do Instacart tasks for me, and they'll do transportation tasks for me.
That's cool.
That's
cool.
And full-time, it was the best. We're going to get back onto the full-time also because it'll be helpful for my wife's business, and I'll just...
What's her business?
My wife does food photography.
Really?
For a couple, I can't say the name of them,
okay.
But a couple big blogs.
Okay.
And she has her own as well. But
that's awesome.
She is very, very good. That's all I'm going to say. I can't say who the blogs are.
Okay. All right.
I've heard she's really good.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. And she makes all her food all day, so we stay fed real well.
That's awesome.
Really nice.
My wife's got those huge health kit, but not just she makes it instant. You come home sometimes I smell my favorite meal. It's my wife is I have no idea what's cooking when I walk through the door every evening because she's always doing new stuff, healthy stuff. It's I'd say 9.5 times out of 10 really freaking good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Go.
Yeah. Yeah, last night there was a lot of Dijon mustard. That was a little bit of a miss, but the chicken was good. It's not the Dijon mustard, but other than that, she's really good. That's cool, man. So you got this work-life balance thing figured out.
Yeah, bro. I want to do jiu-jitsu every day. I want to be with my family every day, and then I want to do 1-2 deals a week, and I think it's a really good life. And I think in our network, maybe that's like a lame to say because I don't want to make $1 million a month. I don't really care about that. I want to be with my family, and I want to make $100 a month to live with my family, be with my family.
Right.
And I think that's like maybe I'm an underachiever, but like I don't really.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. It fulfills me, and maybe my goals will change when my kids are older and I'm not cool anymore.
Right.
But right now I'm so cool to my kids and they want to be with me all the time.
Isn't it amazing?
So,
it's so fun when you're so like you can do nothing. You're just an amazing human being to your kids just by virtue of existing.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And so I just want to put that time into that with my kids and stuff. And
That's awesome. I love it.
That's just, I'm very at peace with myself, and I just want to maintain my peace.
So important. I'll tell you, like I spend like most times as part of this mastermind, I spend traveling 3-4 times a year to be there, all this kind of stuff. It's like, there's a fine balance, which it took me a while to learn, is like from being inspired by others, right? And then you don't want to comparisons like the thief of all joy.
Yes.
Right. So you be inspired, but without comparing. And also, but then this is like the part I was lacking. I've never been one to be jealous of other people. I thoroughly happy for everybody who does everything. But I've never, I don't know, it's being able to, this discipline of knowing what's right for you. Just because, hey, that business is working for them, that model's work for them, doesn't mean it's right for me. It doesn't mean it's what I want, right? And that piece, you got to it sooner than I did. But, I love it.
I bled for this piece, though, Jim.
What's that?
I bled for this piece.
Is that right?
Yeah, I've bled.
Hustled your butt off.
Well, I've hustled my butt off. I've lost so much money to be here and to learn.
And we all have.
To learn what I want.
Yeah. No, it's a fun business. It's an amazing business. I mean, do you have a college degree? What was your career before this?
Yeah, I went to Drexel University.
Okay.
Before this, I was selling life insurance annuities, and I was selling managed money.
Okay.
So I was independent, financial consultant type.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I was doing that, and then I got laid off, and then I got fired. I really got fired because I posted
laid off.
Yeah, well, everybody knows this anyway. But yeah, I got fired. There's a picture of Chris Rock eating a steak and French fries off a model's back in Paris, and I recreated that photo and I posted it up. And it popped. And then, and the firm I was with was, you got to take that down, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I said, my response was, fuck out of here, dickhead. I'm 100% commission. I do it on my, what are you talking about? I'm going to do whatever I want.
Right.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing this.
Right.
And they said, you got to go. And I said, see ya. And
no
then,
kidding.
And then that was it. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Sure.
Now I do whatever I want.
Yeah, that's awesome. You can post all the pictures you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's cool. It's so I guess what I was trying to say is I think it's an amazing business where you cannot easily, I don't think, make $2 million a year in this business, but you can very easily make a few $100,000 to several $100,000, 7 figures with a decent amount of hustle and a little bit of discipline. And, I've done 2 things for money in my life, like landscaping and real estate. That's it. I went to Monaco for 1 year. I was part-time. I was it. And, so it's it's an amazing business. I love it.
It really is.
It's a great lifestyle. Yes.
If you can handle it, a lot of people can't handle it. If you can be disciplined and consistent enough to handle it, then there's nothing better.
If you got a stomach of steel, it's a great business.
Yeah. If you can't eat a loss, then you should do something else.
Yeah. If one little lawsuit gets you all messed up in the head, it's not for you.
Yeah. Fact.
Sometimes I'll have conversations. People are like, "Oh, any lawsuit, litigation? No, not any lawsuits. Really? No. Oh wait, no, I'm in 2 right now. Yeah, you got to compartmentalize this stuff.
We were supposed to do this yesterday, and then he was, shit, I forgot I got to go to court.
I didn't forget. Nobody freaking told me. My attorney said, just to confirm, we got court today at 1:30. And I don't know. I think it's as a sad situation. It was a seller leaseback, right? And I knew it was coming. Right.
You knew it wasn't going to go well.
I knew it was coming. $3,000 in escrow. They had $8,000 proceeds total. 3 of it went in escrow. And,
okay. Yeah, how are they even going to get out?
Yeah. So, but they're old. They're kind of hoarders. They're adult. Weed and porn addicted son lives with them. It's just a whole situation.
And
so we go to court, and they didn't even show up. They live 0.3 of a mile away from the court building. They didn't show up. Their attorney did. Well, their attorney did, right? And so we go, and I'm like, Your Honor, I don't care about the money. I don't care about the $3,000. I don't care about the judgment. I want possession. Like, I've been so generous, and and the judge is like, yeah, it really is generous. So anyway, we get out, and I kind of, you've got a court, I imagine, right? Have you?
Yes.
Okay.
Not for real estate itself.
Oh, okay.
I've been to court. I've been to court. Man, I've been to court in 22. I was in the court 5 times.
Is that right?
Yeah, I've been to court.
Okay. So, you typically, the attorney wants to do all the talking, and I'm sure he's a good attorney. I never met him before. Like, you hire the dude that you always worked with, and he sends some lackey, right? And I was like, I can talk about this guy. So, it's like, the judge asked, anybody else want to say anything? I said, yeah, Your Honor, can I talk? Yeah. And so I was like, Mrs. Leslie, I said, you say that you're so sorry that you all these different things. I'm the only, you haven't done anything to help your clients. I'm the only one helping your clients. I chewed her out. And the judge's like, oh, he has a good point.
He's got a good
so
point.
we go out in the lobby, and Leslie, the opposing counsel, she's like, Jim, I'm really sorry you feel that way. I said, we're good. Don't worry about it. I just want the court to see that I'm trying. I said, how about this? Let's go to your client's house, have a conversation. And so we did. And where we wound up was, agree, hey, get a reservation. I'm paying movers. I'll move out. They move out this weekend. I'm getting possession. I'd rather pay movers $1,500, get possession this weekend, than I would wait another 3 or 4 weeks. And it helps them better. It's a win. And so I'm super happy. I go there and I told the people, listen, I want the best for you. I have nothing against you if they don't show up to court. But yeah, it worked out. And I did get the judgment for possession and $2,700 today. But I said, don't worry about it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I don't know. They're old people. They're in a rough spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's ultimately about helping people, kind of.
It is.
Helping yourself first, but like...
Got to make money at the service of others.
First. Come on.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I always try to keep in context. Help people. If they said, screw you, if they got nasty, I can get nasty. I can get nastier.
Crush them.
Absolutely, yeah.
But if they're being nice, then they're being nice.
Yes. Yeah. So anyway, man. So
how did you get into this anyway? How did you get into real estate?
So summer of 2008. So I started mowing lawns for neighbors when I was 12 years old, 1999. Did that, a landscape business, started building patios, all this kind of stuff. Summer of 2008, financial recession, great GFC, whatever, right? And in 2007, I didn't do a single landscape job smaller than $20,000. I was doing patios, all this kind of stuff. In 2008, I didn't do a single job as big as $20,000, like total flip-flop. So it was like, and there was a drought, so there's no grass to cut. And it was a Thursday afternoon at my home, and Mom says, oh, what are you doing at home? I said, I ain't got no work. She's like, well, what about your 5 employees? I said, let them all off. They're gone. I ain't got no work. She's like, well, you're not going to sit around here all day. Like, I've been working 70 to 90, 95 hours a week for like 5 years at this point, right? Like, I'm not a lazy fart. And I was like, she's like, didn't your dad buy his book on real estate investing like a few years ago? I said, yeah, I think so. So
read it.
I read the book. And it was just a story it's a book this thick full of stories of people who had, done their first real estate deal. And I think that coupled with the fact that my parents always told me growing up, if anybody can do something, then so can you. They never said I was smarter than anybody, I had to work harder, but if anybody can do it, then so can you. And so it was an unshakable belief I had in myself. Yeah. And it's like, oh, well, they can do it. I know I can do it, right? I know I can do it. And I had a lot to learn. I went to my first real estate seminar September of 2008, like the day Lehman Brothers fell. I was at my first real estate seminar.
Oh, get out.
Yes.
All right.
And
funny.
When I went there, I didn't know how to spell real estate. I thought it was one word. I didn't know there was a letter T in the word mortgage. Like, I knew nothing about real estate. And but they said you could buy it with like no money, no credit. I'm like, I qualify.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. So I started doing some direct seller marketing, and back then it was like shooting fish in a barrel. Like,
oh my goodness, I could only imagine.
Every 500 mail pieces you're buying a house, and I was really bad at it, but still every 500 mail pieces I was buying a house.
Man,
and I wouldn't go to a house unless I had negotiated the terms of the contract at a time, and they were meeting me to sign a contract. And I was stupid at it, but it was that easy. And March of 2009, I finally did my first wholesale deal in Norristown. And I was made $13,800, 519 Norris Street.
Yeah,
I'll never forget it. And I was living at my parents' house at the time, and I cashed the checks. I didn't really believe it was real, right? I just wanted to feel it. And so I cashed the
you're
check.
not getting a wire. You want to feel that piece of paper.
Yes.
It may not go into your account.
Yeah. So I was living at my parents' house at the time, and so it's a brown paper bag full of cash. I throw the bag of cash in my dad's lap, and he opens it up and says, "Oh my gosh, what did you get into?" Right? So
that was fun.
You like that?
That
Yeah.
was fun. I like that.
I said, "Dad, that's my first deal. If I can do 1, I can do 10. If I can do 10, I can do 100. If I can do 100, I keep going from there and change our lives forever." And my dad's a minister. Like he made peanuts like his whole life.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. And I'm like the first entrepreneur in my family. And that was like 12 or 13 or 1,400 houses ago. So yeah, it's been good. Man. That's where I started. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! So you didn't come from a family like that at all.
No.
Oh, did they think you were a freak or what?
No. My parents did 2 things for me. I would say 4 things they did for me to change my life. 1, they told me about Jesus. 2, they told me they loved me. Like I knew they loved me, right? 3, they taught me a good work ethic. And 4, they instilled a belief that I can do anything I want to if I'm willing to put in the work.
That's really cool.
So those 4 things I think are like the breeding ground for an entrepreneur. I mean, there's lots of other breeding grounds. Like some people have so much pain, it drives them to be massively successful. And so it's different springboards.
Yeah, but that was your
Yeah,
spring.
that was my springboard.
I like that you know it so in-depthly, too. That was a very thoughtful response.
Yeah. So after I did my first deal, I was like, oh my gosh, the world is mine. So within 18 or 24 months, I had 46 units, 29 buildings. And so I'm like 24 years old. So I started, first deal was 22, right? So by 24, on paper, I'm making like 18 grand a month. I think that happened 1 month. And then, I didn't manage my contractors well. I didn't pre-screen my tenants well. I was a crappy landlord. I did everything wrong. I made all these promises to seller finance, investors, all this kind of stuff. If every star had lined up, it would have been fine. But stars don't line up. And so dominoes started to fall. And again, we were super clear, it's 100% my fault.
Yeah.
I didn't manage things well. But before I know it, 8 out of 46 units are actually paying me on a monthly basis. And
8 out of how many?
46.
Oh,
right?
my God.
So obviously there's a lot of stupid decisions, a lot of mistakes, a lot of failures. Like it's just 100% my fault.
But all in good with good intentions.
Yeah, like
all good intentions.
If everybody done what they said they're going to do to me, then I could have kept all my promises.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
The big lesson I've learned is like you don't make promises that you can only keep if everything goes right. Right? So it's an important lesson. I lost everything. Lost all the houses, $300,000 in debt, 11 o'clock news, a few lawsuits. It was a rough time. So 2012, I buried my head in the sand. And then right about January 1st, New Year's resolutions and goals.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, Jim, like, you're better than this. I was raised better than this. And so at the time, it was the hardest day of work ever. It's the second hardest day. In my career, I called everybody I owed money to in one day. And so I got good news and I got bad news. The good news is I'm going to pay you back in full with interest. The bad news is I'm not sure when or how. But I'll pay you at least $10 a month until you're paid off. And that was January 2013. Met a girl who's now my wife, like a month later. And it took me a little over 2.5 years. I paid everybody back. And it's been good since.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
You paid everybody back 2.5 years?
In full with interest, yes.
Man, when that...
Like one of them, John, he's a private lender to this day now.
Oh, why would... Bro?
Yeah.
A lot of people fuck the bag up, but a lot of people don't make it right.
Yes.
You're really good money to him. If you screwed up, you're going to pay him back. John loves you. Yeah.
So, a lot of people said, Jim, you should do bankruptcy, this and the other. I said, listen, I know I can make this money back. But some of these people, like maybe it was an accidental landlord who had one property and I screwed them, right? Not intentionally. It's like, this is like their life savings. This is like life-altering money for them. The $8,000, the $28,000, whatever it was, right? And so, I'm going to pay it back. Took me a while, but I did. Yeah. So it sucks. Like at the end of the day,
back?
I started wholesaling. Once I faced that, my biggest fear in 2012 was like, what if I come across somebody I owe money to, right? And like, what if I come across somebody who knows somebody I owe money to, right? That was my biggest fear. Once I faced that fear head on, it was like, let's go balls to the wall. Started wholesaling, started doing fix. Got one investor, did my first fix and flip, and started doing the same stuff I had done before, but just without the fear. Because like I already faced my fear. And what's funny, like once you face your fears, it's like the world opens up.
Oh my goodness, everything is really, really free after that.
Yeah.
Really, really free after that.
Yeah. And so when I'm tempted to think, I'm having a rough day, it's like I haven't lost everything. I don't have to call my investors, and I don't have to fire 17 people today. So it's a great day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it's so cool that you're talking about both those things so openly. It's so refreshing and nice, man.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people do. And I've talked so openly about all these dumb losses that I've had to take only because of me, only being my fault. So it's so nice to hear.
Yeah.
I heard you talk about that on Drew's podcast.
Is that right?
And I heard that at a time I needed to hear it.
Is that right?
Yeah. So it was very helpful for me.
What was the deal then?
I watched that. I don't remember because I fucked my money up like 3-4 times. And one of them I did. It was that.
Is that right?
I watched that.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's part of the journey, and I think a lot of times we have. I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel stressed. Like I was talking to my buddy Nate this morning. You know Nate Krauthammer?
I don't actually.
Okay, great guy. And I said we were talking today, like just bitching, complaining to each other about like some shit. And I said, Nate, and we were starting talking about gratitude. And I said, you know what? Like our worst day is most people's wildest dream, right? And I think it's important to keep that perspective, right? I'll never like want for anything. I'm fine. Like we were in St. Thomas, we're going to the Bahamas for spring break, and like to Atlantis. We're going to Europe for 3 weeks this week, and we'll go to our lake house in North Carolina a few times this year. Like I'll probably be traveling for 2 months this year. And nice. It's fun. Like it's a great life, And I think when you have the fun stuff, it's like it's worth stomaching a little bit of stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think guys like us, we need a little bit of the stress.
It keeps you alive, You don't want to get bored.
Yeah. My cortisol needs to jump up and down.
That's right. Sometimes. That's right. Yeah.
I can't just be mellow all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but you got started just by watching Jerry Norton YouTube videos?
Yeah. Jerry Norton. I've been to Jerry Norton, and the rest was a wrap. For that whole first year, me and Elio and me and IJV, like every deal was
kidding.
It was real good, yeah.
No kidding. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, went on a little run, and then that was it. Well, I did my first deal, and the whole time, Elio was like 19 or 20 at the time, too.
Okay.
So you have to think, like, my friends are all like, what are you doing? My mom's like, what are you doing? I said, hold up. I got to listen to this 19-year-old kid. And I'm just like on my couch doing this, doing that. Uh-huh. And that first deal, though, and I kept telling my mom, and it was true when I was telling her this. So, Mom, if you watch it wasn't lying. In my mind, so I can only spend so much time like applying for jobs. And other than that, I'm just twiddling my thumbs. So I'll learn how to do this in the meantime or whatever. And like, it'll be like a little side hustle that I do. And then I did that first deal, and it was a wrap. I was never getting a job.
What'd you make on that first deal?
$2,700 split in the middle between me and Elio. And so it was like I made a little over a stat, like $1,300. It was like $1,350, and it was the best money I ever made in my entire life. I'm still chasing that high to this day.
Isn't it funny?
Yeah.
Isn't it funny? I always tell people, like, I used to teach seminars and I used to do coaching. People used to pay me $40,000 to do 12 phone calls with them, and then like the balance of 12 months of email support. Like $40,000. Like you look at the hour, like I hated it. Oh, I hated it so much because getting people from 0 to 1 deal is so hard, right? Because they don't have the belief in themselves. Like the mechanics of doing a deal, like especially like 7, 8, 9 years ago, is so easy.
It's so simple. So
simple.
My gosh, it's
right?
so simple.
But that belief level was so hard. I always was trying to get to your first deal. I don't care how much you make, you get paid your first time because that's when it becomes real, becomes alive.
I think that your first deal is the only deal that's difficult to do. I really mean it.
Maybe. I got a couple of difficult ones.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Let me rephrase.
They became challenges afterwards.
It's the only deal that's difficult to get.
Yes.
Not necessarily.
Yes.
You'll have other ones that are difficult to close for whatever
I see what you mean, yeah.
I mean, it's the only deal that is difficult to get.
Yes.
Because if you see all these people on the net making all this money, and at least for me, I was like, there's no way you can make that much money with something that simple. Like,
right.
It doesn't work that way. No way. It's not that simple. And then you find out that it is that simple.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool, man. So, it's awesome, man. It's been fun getting to know you a little bit.
Well, what are you planning for this year?
In business or outside of business? Both. So in business, this year's a bit of a pivot year. I finally embraced this concept of creating capacity in my life.
What does that mean?
So like in the past, I used to like chase deals. I was just trying to tread water and stay alive. So whether it's growing the company, buying crap tons of rentals, whatever it is. But I had my wife likes to use the word margin. I had no margin or excess capacity in my life. And so this year it's like, I probably don't need to work more than 20 hours a week, but like I get bored, so like I find stuff to do. So this year's a bit of a pivot year. Like I said, turned off the marketing machine. I don't care how many deals to do this year. Like by by sleeping, I will do enough deals to keep the lights on.
Boom. There
Right?
you go.
And then I go to this coffee shop meeting down in media most Wednesday mornings. I was there this morning. And my buddy Nate said, he's like, you ought to do one of these in Montgomery County. I'm like, coffee shop meeting. Like, once you make yourself that accessible to host, it's hard positioning, right?
You don't want to do that.
No, so I decided not to do that. And then I came up with a mastermind idea. But if I hadn't created the capacity in my life, I used to do these lunch and learns in my office. I don't even see those before or not. So
I've seen it.
There were like 25 people in my office. And the last one we did, it was supposed to be a 2-hour thing. And then like half the guys stuck around for like an extra 3 hours. And like the consensus was like, Jimmy, you need to do a one-day mastermind. Of course, everybody thought I was going to do it for free. No, Jimmy doesn't work for free. But like, it was a fun event. So we did this event last week. It was amazing. Some guy said, like, Jimmy changed my, not me, but like that event. And it was not the Jim Zaspel show. I didn't have a single session. I wasn't doing any speaking. I was curating all these awesome A players in the room. But it was just changed people's businesses for the better, right?
Yeah.
And like, I mean, we had dinner afterwards. It was like 15 of us at dinner, 17 of us, whatever it was. And I just sat there for a minute. Everybody's having these intense one-on-one conversations all around the table. I'm like, it was like one of the best moments I've had in business in a long time.
Powerful.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. It benefited everybody else. I think part of the reason I liked it so much was I felt liberated because it wasn't all about me. Teaching seminars and stuff before, it's like it's on me to deliver all the value. All my job is to put like
all the
power pack people in the room and help them get out of their own way to extract the value out of people.
Yes.
Right? So I always tell people, if you show up and give 100%, and then everybody else does that, there's 30 people in the room, you're getting a 29x ROI on your effort, right? So for business this year, optimize the rental portfolio. I'll do 30, 40, 50 deals this year. Buy 3 to 10 rentals. The rest of them flips and wholesales and wholesales, right? Continue to launch the mastermind, which has gone well. And I started a fund last year. And right now it's a couple $1 million. And so you'll get that to $5 million by the end of the year. And at the end of this year, I'll reevaluate and say, which one am I enjoying the most? And heck, I don't know. Maybe I stop buying houses. I have no idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. But I've never given myself, I'd say never, it's been a decade since I've given myself the permission to just think that freely. It's always like, here's the path I'm choosing and force through barriers. And it feels a little weird because like my identity has been around like super high volume fix and flipper. Right? Nobody gives a crap about our identities.
Other than us.
Yes.
Other than us. It's so funny. What a good way to, that's so like, they're smart.
Yeah. I used to host like these, the Greater Philadelphia area meetings. And that was my jam for 5 years. And like it would have been 4 years, except that I felt like whoever everybody is, was expecting me to do it. It's like, finally, I was like, screw everybody. I want to do what's best for me. Nobody gives a crap. Nobody thinks about us nearly as much as we think about ourselves. And it's a very liberating thing. So this year, that's it. It's the funds, my rentals. It's however many deals come to my way, and this mastermind. I like them all. Probably enjoy the mastermind the most. Yeah.
Cool.
Personally, this year, I asked Andrew, he'll be 10 in a couple of weeks. He loves to fish. He's as good a fisherman as I am.
Oh, that's so
like, I can rig lines better than he can. Other than that, but handling the rod, the lure, snagging he's as good as I am. Yeah.
That's cool.
We've got hundreds and hundreds of fish together. And so I asked him, she said, Andrew, what kind of fish do you want to catch this year? New species. Like, every time when I'm talking to him at night, he'll sometimes start listing all the species of fish we've caught.
Oh, that's
It's hilarious, yeah. And he knows, he can remember exactly when and where and the kind of fish and how big it was. It's amazing, the memory he has. Anyway, I asked what kind of fish he wants to catch this year for the first time. He wants to catch a mahi-mahi. So we're in Bahamas in like a little over a month. We're going to do a half-day deep-sea fishing.
Nice.
And they'll catch some mahi. And we're going to do scuba diving with my older son that trip. It's a lot of fun.
That's really cool.
I was having a conversation with somebody recently. I said, what's most important to you with regards to your kids? And like in terms of like thinking, forward thinking, looking back, right? I said, it's very easy. Love and memories. That's it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I have those two things. It's hard to go wrong.
Yeah.
I'm going to screw up a lot. Like, I apologize to my kids. Probably not as often as I should, but I do sometimes, and it's important. But love and memories. You can make a lot of mistakes, and if they know they feel loved at all times, even if daddy's been a jerk, and we've made a lot, and it's in the context of a lot of happy memories, I think that's the reason of a healthy well-being, healthy child.
Heck yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
You get some lucky kids.
I feel very blessed. I'm super excited.
Good.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Jim, I got to tell you what, it was great rapping with you. It was great.
A lot of fun, man. Yeah. Yeah, good to meet you.
Where do they get a hold of you? Where do they send these deals to?
Jim Zaspel. I'm the only Jim Zaspel on Facebook, so
That's a big deal.
there you go, man. Hit me up.
Boom, there we go. All right, everybody, thank you so much. And like usual, you're welcome.